Welcome back all, I'm your host Jameson, and this is Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition. In the last episode, we ran around, completed a few quests, picked up some new gear, particularly a +3 quarterstaff that will do quite some work for us. We have some bits and bobs here and there that we're going to go take care of. Right now, I think we're going to head back to Baragost, because we have a quest or two to turn in, plus we'd like to go by the temple, because there are some things we'd like to identify, and beyond that, we killed Basilisk, the murderer. We killed the murderer, but we got his holy symbol, and they are looking for it. So we'll go ahead and get in here, speak to this man. And they gave us 1,000 experience and 5,000 gold, which should come in handy. And we got a level on Kagain, which is great. Goes to level 5, get some save upgrades, and a bunch more HP. He also hits more often now. And no, I don't have to talk to him. Main character. What do they have? They have some items here. We could buy some potions and whatnot. We're actually not currently in the market for those, but we will identify some of these pieces here. That's good there. And so we have some gems. Let's tuck those away. Good. We also should try to remember to pick up some more bullets while we're there. They're not particularly low, but I don't like running out. Alright. So that'll do it for there. Actually, close are we to leveling up? Oof. No one's very close at all. We're gonna do it anyway. It's actually a pack of wolves or dogs, dire wolves, wargs, all sorts of things on the far side of this map over here somewhere, and they're actually worth a decent chunk of experience. Here's some dread wolves. Smash these guys. Yeah, our main character here, he's hitting them on a 10, so he's got a 50% chance to hit them. That +3 Galileus. He's got a pretty good chance to hit. So, and obviously it's an homage to Galileo, because he studies the stars, it looks like. And it looks like he can't tell us anything, despite the fact. Conflicts of great significance are on the horizon. That is true. If you haven't played the game before and don't know much of the plot, the main character, a lot of people refer to them as character name. You are a Bale spawn. You play as a Bale spawn, which means you are the child of the Lord of Murder. We're actually fatigued, so we're gonna hit a rest here. Okay. And Dorn again wants to talk. Sometimes it's easier to talk than fight. Okay. Do we, my friend? Yes. Ooh, there we go. We are the danger. A little dramatic, but that's kind of Dorn in a nutshell. He's been through a lot, as we've seen. People betrayed him, and now he's hunting them down. And he actually sold his soul to a demon or a god or something for the power to get his revenge. So we're the child of a Lord of Murder, the main character here. And the plot of... Here we go. Here's what we're looking for. The plot of this game specifically is that another child of the Lord of Murder, Cerevoke, who we will meet on more than one occasion, he actually wants... His idea is that if he kills all the other Bale spawn, he gains their power, he'll be able to ascend and become the Lord of Murder himself. So what we got? The Vampiric Wolf. That's what we really should have been taking care of. Oh, and we have a spell for this, because we have Remove Paralysis. So, get in there. And Dorn can use this to lower their AC a little bit. And let's actually go ahead and get in there. Kill these Vampiric Wolves before they become a really big problem. We only had the one Remove Paralysis spell, so we don't have to deal with that. We'll get Edwin to fire off. There we go. They're actually worth a lot of experience, too. Yeah, so Ceravok wants to become the Lord of Murder, and we find this out throughout the course of the game, and we're gonna go ahead and stop him, or try to. There's no more up here, so that's a decent pile of experience you can get if you can fight your way through. But some of them, if I remember right, can only be hit by magical weapons, +1 or better. I didn't actually bother to check. Vampiric Wolves. Weapon ineffective, yeah, that's probably against the Vampiric Wolves. So we want to get magical weapons before we try to take them on. Plus, as you saw, they paralyzed Kagain, who's actually the most resistant to any sort of status effect. So, yeah, we don't surrender to hobgoblins. And it looks like there's a decent pile of them, so let's do that. We didn't quite get all of them, but some more spells. The scrolls are something that actually sell fairly well, so we may as well grab them. We can sell them later on. That's everything. I believe that's everything in this area. So it's a pretty wide open area with not a whole lot to it. But while we're over here, let's go touch the edge of the screen, because there's a ton of maps we haven't even come across yet. No guys with bows here, so we'll be fine. We're not putting these ones to sleep. Just grab the tiny little bits of treasure that we see. That'll do it. Let's go touch the edge. Gives us this area. I'm sure if we went over here, we could get to Durlag's tower. For now, actually, here's this old wizard again, Elminster. Just doing what had to be done. We actually wanted to come over here because we have some stuff. Oh, first off, I did identify a couple of things. This is past the potions I mentioned. This is probably one of the most, if not the most powerful item in the game. It's the Wand of Fire. As you can see, it either does a Fireball or Agonizer Scorcher. And the kind of silly thing about it is that the charges are separate. So, well, come on. You can use 11 charges of Fireball, 11 charges of Agonizer Scorcher, and still have a charge of one or the other left. Which I don't think that's the way it's supposed to be, but that's the way it is. And not only that, but it's a 66 Fireball, and you can also sell it to some shopkeepers and then buy it back, and it will have maximum charges after that. So that's another a little bit ridiculous thing that you can do, especially if you have the extra money, which by the end of the game you will. So that's extremely powerful, and it's almost unfun at points, because you can stand off screen and have, 3 or even 4 of your party members fling a fireball from off screen and do tons of damage. And he actually would like to buy our end keg, and he'll give us 500 gold for each of them. And besides that, you can talk him into making you a set. And that looks like that's all we had for him. Sell this and this and this. You can have him make a set, which Viconia is using. And if you had a full party of people who wanted really heavy armor, I would consider it. But as it is, we only have 2, and Viconia doesn't have the strength to use the full plate stuff down here. This here, and there's 2 sets of a full plate in the game. One you can buy here, and then another you can get that we will get fairly soon. That we just honestly don't need it right now, so we're not worried about it. And bullets. Let's get you 1, 2, 3 stacks. And 1, 2, 3 stacks for you. So we're good there. I don't think there's any other equipment that we're really interested in buying or selling. No, that'll do it. So, I guess more money. We picked up extra ammunition, and now there's a little girl, Chloe. Who's tossing about money, trying to find me? Fantastic. Here's your gold piece, little kid. Apparently, we're heroes. Who knew? But the little girl told us to go to the Jovial Juggler here. There's a woman named Officer Vi there. And she'd like us to take care of the bandits. And she will, besides that, give you, I believe, 50 gold for every bandit scalp you turn into her. I rarely remember to collect them and turn them in. Because once you clear the bandit camp, I believe she disappears or won't take them anymore. So it's like, why bother? That was Purdue's sword. 500 experience, 50 gold. It's just another little bit of easy experience. We'll run over here. And our main story wants us to go to Feldpost Inn to find Tranzig. So let's head over that way, get that done. He's upstairs. He doesn't speak to us right away, so what we're going to do is surround him, save, and then talk to him. We know what you're about, surrender. Something you don't know about is my magic skills. Huh. Well, that being said, there's 5 of us and 1 of you, so yeah. Now we can give him mercy, or we can let him live, but, or no mercy, let him live. Yeah, we're not giving him any mercy. And easy peasy. Pick those up. Here's another ring of protection. I actually don't know if... Ooh, we do have someone who can use it. Can you? No, he's got the cloak of protection. As you know, you may have noticed, I've been splitting up a lot of these protection items. It's because you can't wear... Like, you can't wear 2 rings of protection. You can't wear a ring of protection plus a cloak of protection, or ring plus the amulet, or you actually can't even wear... Wow, he still got that armor. I really should have upgraded that. That's alright. If you have magical armor, say if you have +1, like +1 splint mail, you also can't wear that. But the difference is +1 armor just gives you the armor class value, whereas do we have any of them identified? I don't think we do. the +1 rings and amulet and cloak also give you a bonus to your saving throws. So I prefer those overall.
At once.
There's actually a man over here called Algernon who has a cloak that increases your charisma by 2, but it's a very high. I don't know if he has anything we want. Increases your charisma by 2, but it's really hard to steal, so we're not going to bother with that. And I don't want to lower my reputation too much by killing an innocent. So if you saw, once we killed him, the world map was updated, and now if we come to the edge here, we have the bandit camp, which is unreachable. But if we leave Peltvale to the right, we can find it. So I think what we're gonna do now. Yeah, we've got plenty of time to do the bandit camp. So let's get here. We're gonna go ahead and rest because our group's gonna get whiny about being tired in a minute anyway. We'll rebuff with mage armor. Let's go ahead and do a little run around Peltvale a little bit. We came here really early on to get Viconia, but there can be some kind of dangerous enemies. Well, of course, Gibberlings, dangerous enemies. There can be some other more dangerous enemies in this area, and really I was just interested in picking up Viconia. There's also another area directly south of here called Larswood that I would also like to go to. So we're going to catch the edge. Now we've got Larswood in this area as well.
At once.
And we'll do that, I think, next. And then we'll go to the bandit camp. Just a barrel out in the middle of nowhere.
I'm here to help.
Got 10 gold in it. Okay. Looks like we can't go that way. Let's come back this way then. Yeah, another one of the Enhanced Edition NPCs you can get in your party is a sorcerer named Baloth. And Baloth is good for a couple reasons. Sorcerers don't learn magic the same way mages do. You don't pick it up off of scrolls. And this is part of the reason we didn't come here earlier. These Black Talon elites can be really dangerous. Not only are they using ranged weapons, but they all right there, as you can see, absolutely thrashed.
I'm here to help.
But Baloth, for a couple of reasons, he's really good. For one, he's a sorcerer, as I said. So what he does is when he levels up, he just chooses spells, which means he has access to spells that would otherwise be really difficult or are gated by the game for you to get. Like, say, the haste spell. You can't buy the haste spell in any of the shops until you get to Baldur's Gate, and haste is a really powerful. Good gracious, absolutely nothing is missing me. 16 here, 16. Goodness. Another. We're gonna hang back and heal myself. Good gracious. Whole army of bears after us. You need to run away, Edwin. You can't handle a bear. The bears are just thrashing me. There we go. Put him to sleep. Another one of those cases where you think, wow, these enemies are way too strong to be able to just knock out, and it's as simple as that. Yeah, there's some really good spells that you wouldn't have access to otherwise. That being said, I'm sticking with the 5-man party, or 4-man, 1-woman party. because I like having the open space, plus splitting the experience too much. Like I said, I think we need something like 800, 900,000 experience total, and that's already a pretty big amount to have to try to get, so I don't want to split it another way. Got spider. Let's go, no poison. Easy. No problem. But he is a really good option. Also, one of the big things about sorcerers is that they are fairly equipment and stat independent. Mages in general don't require much in the way of equipment. Let's go ahead and pick up some scalps. Plus, if we had someone who used a bow, we could get some of these arrows off them. But you can quite literally make a sorcerer just as effective with minimum stats, 3 across the board, as you can kill some wildlife. It doesn't kill us first. Oh boy. Run away. What are you doing stopping? Uh-oh. Good gracious. We've killed all sorts of people. Our biggest danger so far has been these bears. Rolling exceptionally high against us. All the time. 18. Goodness. In any case, you could have a sorcerer with, 3 for all their stats, strength, dex, con, everything, and they could still beat the game all by themselves. We're gonna go ahead and rest here. Get ourselves healed up just a little bit. Fortunately, we're not packing too many healing spells, so. Where are we at? Let's head back this way. Yeah, which that just showcases the power of a sorcerer being able to complete the game with quite literally minimum stats. I do not understand barrels in the middle of nowhere with little piles of gold in them. I mean, I'll take it, sure, but why? Hello, group of bandits. This is actually one of the ways that you can sneak into the bandit camp. And there's obviously a lot of bandits in the bandit camp, and if you'd like, you can take this to join up with him, and you meet some of the high up members in the bandit camp, and you can sneak in and fight them without having to fight every single person on the way in. But we're about as subtle as a sledgehammer, so we're going that way. And let's try a sleep spell, and let's go ahead and go enchant. Buff ourselves just a little bit. Oh goodness, no big deal. Knocked all these bandits out. That is unfortunate for them. I think, guys, you could probably split up. Go ahead and grab all these scalps. Didn't want that bow. And I thought they were going to put up more of a fight than that, honestly. I suppose we got fairly lucky. Oh, there's Ted out in the wilderness. We got really lucky on putting guys to sleep. So let's talk to Ted. We're adventurers. Okay. Good story. So if we want to get rich, we go to the Firewine Bridge. The ruins of the Firewine Bridge, more specifically. Ooh, we got some flims over here. I wonder if we can just put these guys to sleep. A couple of them. Looks like they don't get knocked out quite so easily. We still have Chant up, so we should be good. Ooh, that is a very lucky drop. That's one of those random chance things. Blur is a really good defensive spell, especially for a fighter mage type. So basically we get 3 to our AC and 1 to all saving throws, which is great. Fortunately we have all these spells and no spell slots. Let's come up here. I think this gets us the bandit cap man. Yep, great.
I'm here to help.
A little bit more to check out. I don't think there's anything else over here. Yeah, that's about it. Let's head back. Cool. Got a wild dog. Great. We'll head to Larswood. That's where we'd like to go.
At once.
Ooh, another big area. So I guess we just start winding our way back and forth. We really should do this. Just put our armor spells back up. And why don't you go ahead, drop a heal on Edwin as a just in case. Heal myself. That'll do. We'll be alright for now. Looks like this area is a little more heavily wooded. So, these more Blacktown elites. Yeah. Oof. Let's go ahead and drain the life out. Whoa. That's ridiculous. Honestly, that's just the power. Ugh. We haven't saved it in a little while. Oh well. And last time we did that, we ran into, we didn't run into them the second time. This time, we just have wolves. So, I guess it's just chance it spawns there. But, I know in a previous episode I talked about the power of, goodness gracious, of ranged weapons. And they really showcase it by just filling you full of arrows, especially those enchanted arrows. Even early on, even just bandits can be a real problem. If you're looking for I guess a more simple playthrough of just the first game, making a ranger archer is really is a really good way to just pummel so many enemies. They shoot so many attacks around, and by the end of the game you can have a 0 THAC0 quite easily. And drop our weapons. Nah. Let's see if we get as lucky this time. Boom. Jeez. There we go. Had to run a little. Bunch of these scalps. It's a little morbid, but yep. See, this is the point. Probably should get myself that robe pretty soon. Or I honestly I would like to be able to cast spell buffs, but I don't want to rest after every single fight. I don't mind doing it once in a while, but ugh. The idea of having one fight spell buffing winning the encounter and then resting immediately because now I'm going to die in the next one. I just don't really like that idea, so we're just going to deal with it. Goodness. We had one more. Nope. A whole bunch more. You don't have any more sleep spells. That's alright. Should be able to hack through no problem. Just gibberlings. How many more we got? Here we go. Get them all together. Instead of doing just a couple at a time. Hey, there's a scroll. And if you're looking for Baloth, oh, no thank you.
I'm here to help.
You can usually find him. Some people say you need a certain amount of experience or you need to be a certain level. I found that, there you go. If you just rest here and then wander around kind of in a circle, he shows his pretty face.
It's about time you came through for me. I was beginning to wonder whether you're...
And this is Baloth. A lot of people find him really entertaining, and I think he's a little annoying, actually. He uses a lot of alliteration, which is pretty cool. Excuse me. Goodness, that cough. Well, now I am Jameson. I don't. Who might you be? Oh, goodness. Baloth the Entertainer. No. I like Viconia, he's drow, and she pipes in. And if you don't know much about drow society, it's matriarchal. So she, and her being a priestess, she's like the highest caste of person in drow society.
But of course, Slender One.
And here's a little thing for Drist, and
Please, don't say the word.
she says, go ahead and kill him, because it's a very big insult. So, yeah, we're killing him. And if you navigate that particular conversation a little, he's really gonna do this, isn't he? Oh, goodness. It's gonna be super irritating. Here we go. Land a couple more shots. That'll do it. If you have him join your party, he definitely does not have 1,000 gold. But what he does have is the Robe of the Evil Archmagi, which looks really good on Edwin. As you can see, well, his current armor class is based on the armor spell, but this is still better, which means that Edwin gets to do this, and let's go ahead and take a couple of those. Those will come in useful in a little while, and that is the main reason we come to Larswood. But he can join you. He comes with the Robe of the Evil Archmagi, which is exceptionally good. As we've seen, it's identical to the neutral and good ones that Thalantir and High Hedge carries. They're just for specific alignments. And if you really want a power game, you should definitely go evil, just for being able to use that robe. Plus, there's another one that drops from the boss at the end of chapter 4. Are we on chapter 4? At the end of chapter 4. So you can get those without paying the 30,000-ish gold that we're going to for the neutral one. Where are we? We're in the Wood of Sharp Teeth. I'm not sure what he's irritated about. But it's Edwin, so he's always mad about something. Let's check out these woods. Kind of just getting annoying. So, oh goodness, can't stop coughing. Some stones here. I don't know if that's used for anything. I don't know if we want to get into it with these bears.
It would be good for you to watch your actions while in this wood.
Apparently this guy thinks we killed someone, so now we're in a fight. And now we're not. Dorn leveled up. Let's get out of the way. Let's let Edwin take care of that one. He's just gonna... Oh my goodness. I cannot believe. So, that's the downside of having the scripts that make it so you attack people
I'm here to help.
regardless of what you're doing.
Watch your actions while in this wood.
Oh, there was even another bear that we didn't even see. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the way right now. Get that. I'll do a little, I guess, kiting. And Corson is gonna help us out. All he helped us with taking some of our experience. You can do it, Edwin. Finish him. Nice. So, lost a little bit of experience there, because Corson got the kill on the other one. But, let's talk to him.
Civilization seems far, city dweller.
Oof. So, yet another reason to go after bandits. Okay, thanks for your assistance. I mean, all I did was swipe experience from us, so 650 at that. Let's level up Dorn real quick. Great.
At once.
It's one of the boring levels, but it's nice to see the boosted stats. I, for one, would really like for my character to have 50 HP. But we'll scroll over there. And, alright. That'll do it for this episode. Next episode, we're going to go ahead and head up to the bandit camp. And we'll take them out and advance our story a little bit. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.